I haven't gotten an opportunity to do a video about Pepe in like 8 days. We weren't posting for a week, and I'm back as is Black Sea, bringing crypto content day in, day out. And I want to talk about Pepe today because if you do take a peek at what Bitcoin's been doing after having a wonderful exit out of the bear market, came into new highs in January 2025, and then into May of 2025, we took 112K for Bitcoin. We retraced, tapped back down to $100,000 on tensions in the Middle East, rejected off 110, and now we are headed back down on the weekly time frame. Now we're only 2 days into this holiday week here in the US, 4th of July. And as Bitcoin's falling, Pepe is falling as well. If you take a peek just from where we were just a few short days ago, honestly, yesterday we were up at 4 zeros, 1. Now we are down to 5 zeros, almost 9 flat, which is a pretty significant move. Pepe is volatile. And in a very short period of time, in just the last 2 days, it's down 12%. This is the volatility you can get with meme coins, even Pepe, even though it's at a, $5 billion market cap, a very large market cap. I don't know if it's at 5 billion anymore. Let's actually take a peek at it. Right now, Pepe is currently sitting at a $3.8 billion market cap. Again, down 7%. Today alone, 6.4% over the last 7 days. What's going on with Pepe is, are altcoins dead? Is Pepe dead? I personally, first of all, nothing we say on this channel is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research, my friends. But I personally believe that Pepe, I think it's got some legs left, some frog legs left to hop back up at some point, okay? In the meantime, did you like that, the frog legs? I liked it. In the meantime, there's a lot of volatility in the space. Now, we've got affiliates if you guys want to sign up to do some trading. There's affiliates in the link down below. If you want to support the channel, check out some of those links in the description. Careful for the comments down there. But I think there's a lot of volatility for Pepe. I think there's a lot of potential upside for it, in my opinion. Shiba Inu is ranked number 19 at a $6.5 billion market cap. Shiba Inu's done almost nothing in this bull market. Pepe has had a tremendous amount more volatility. Why? Because just frankly, it's been more exciting. It came out of nowhere. At one point, it passed Shiba Inu. And now it's back lower than Shiba Inu. There was a lot of profit taking that happened. A lot of people, after getting a very big boost from Pepe, let's take a look at this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Going back out to the daily candles. Looking back. It's crazy, guys. Back in February 2024, this is where Pepe is. From these lows, okay, to where we got to, Pepe, it's not even showing right now. Let's fix that up. Pepe, from this low right here, okay, to here, that is a 3,000% move. From this very, very low, okay, in October of 2023, that's almost a 5,000% move. That's insane. That's insane, guys. That's a 50, 60x opportunity right there. That's huge. That's a huge thing. So no wonder, people have been taking profits along the way, right? And here we are at the exact same level that we were at in March of 2024. So what comes next? Well, here's the deal, guys. There is a significant level of potential support at 505, okay? We've got some other levels along the way. But if crypto falls lower, if Bitcoin decides we're going to continue this red weekly candle and dip down to 100, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pepe slip quite a bit. And if we do come down to this level right here, boom, that's a 37% move to the downside. Now, I found this article, and I want to share it with you guys because there's some interesting insights in this article. Pepe coin just flash crashed. Is the meme dream over or starting again? They link a Coin Bureau video here. I didn't see the flash crash on Pepe. I was looking for it. I don't see flash crash on this chart either, so I don't know, where that came from. But some interesting FAQs that they kind of had at the bottom of this. This quote unquote crash was whales. There's a lot of whales in crypto making a lot of moves. 600 billion Pepe deposited Binance. Caused some volatility, okay? There was a little bit of selling. There's been some selling lately. Again, it's down 12% in 2 days. They asked this question, could Pepe coin recover from this crash? There's technical support, suggests potential rebound, of course. But a further 45% drop is possible if support breaks. And I do agree. We're looking at least a 37% potential dip. Now, if we come back down to the very bottom of the wick for where this one came, right there, there you go, 43% to the downside. Is that possible? It's possible, guys. It's possible. Is that a buying opportunity? If you believe in Pepe and you believe that Bitcoin dominance is going to top out at some point and there's going to be an altcoin season, and if you believe that Pepe coin is going to be one of those altcoins that soars and rallies in this bull market, well, then I would say, you look for low entry points and you look for higher exit points, right? And relatively speaking, this would be a lower entry point than entering up here, right? This is an exit point. This is an entry point. So we're moving closer to entry points. And you're waiting for a bounce to get, back to the highs, right? Pepe at one point was at like an $11 billion market cap. Can it get bigger than that? Something we've talked about. I think that it's possible. I couldn't possibly predict the future. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. But I believe that Pepe is the second most popular meme coin in the entire crypto market next to Dogecoin. And I say that as somebody that creates content about it, as somebody that is a participant in the crypto market, as somebody that's been to some of these crypto conferences and seen the popularity of Pepe. Not to mention there's a bunch of Pepe copycat memes that have come into existence. Why? Because Pepe is popular. Is there a world where Pepe could fall lower than this? Absolutely. It's possible. These are very volatile. Meme coins are extremely risky. But I think that's the fun that people see in memes. And, Dogecoin has an ETF coming out later this year. Is there potential for a Pepe ETF? I think it's possible. I think that it's possible. Personally, I think it's possible. But what we really need to see is Bitcoin dominance top out. And there is an argument to be made, guys, that Bitcoin dominance needs to get all the way up to at least 73%. And that could happen over the next 50 or 100 days. I wouldn't expect it to happen in the next few days. Just kind of looking at previous performance for Bitcoin. Dominance, if you look at from this bottom to this high right here, you'll see that Bitcoin dominance till it topped out. Whoops. Something I talked about in my live stream earlier today. 1,099 days from the low point here to where we're at today. We are currently 1,029 days. So, 1,099 days. That's hypothetically the beginning of September. September is also the time when we should expect the Fed to cut rates. Fed rate cuts mean potentially risk on asset rallies. That means Bitcoin and altcoins. And if Bitcoin's rallying, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin dominance needs to shoot up. If Bitcoin's rallying, but altcoins are rallying stronger, well, then Bitcoin dominance comes down, and that's when you get kind of a Pepe coin rally. So what comes next for Pepe? Potentially a big dip. Now, if we see Bitcoin shooting up to new highs, then Pepe is likely going to probably rally. If Bitcoin struggles with the 100K level and we retest it and maybe even break down to 91K, well, then you got to be looking out for discounts on Pepe if you like Pepe. Do your own research, my friends. Know how volatile crypto is, and especially memes. And if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for some of the affiliates in the links in the description down below if you want to check them out. Be careful out there, guys. Have a great day. I appreciate all you. It's good to be back making content, and it is good to give a Pepe update. I'll see you in the next one, guys. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. Until next time, peace, y'all.